Dave Bluntz is one of the largest upcoming rappers blowing up on TikTok right now. Recently, he has received Lil Yachty's cosign, linked up with Taz Taylor from Internet Money, and says he has music dropping soon with the top of the top rappers in the game. No, he's not some industry plant, and no, he's not just getting lucky. Dave Bluntz has a few very specific strategies that have propelled him to this point, and I'm going to break them down for you today. The number one reason why any artist is going to gain traction is because of their music. So work harder on your music. Dave's music is extremely simplified trap music that feels reminiscent of the likes of 2016 Uzi and Trippie Redd.
Niggas going outside now, they be trying to beef about a bitch. Why the fuck would you trust her when you know she out here doing dicks?
Every song he makes sounds very similar, which a lot of people will demonize an artist for. But from a marketing perspective, it's the smartest way to gain traction on your music. I mean, think about it simply. You make a song, people like it, keep making songs that sound like that, and people will keep liking it and become a fan of yours. It's the quickest way to grow a fan base. Artists worry too much about being versatile in the beginning when it doesn't matter. Just stick to what works. However, the number one way that an artist will be discovered in today's modern music landscape is obviously TikTok. Dave's TikTok is successful because of the way he looks. And I'm not trying to be rude, it's just the truth. People determine if they are going to watch a TikTok in exactly 1 second. When they see Dave, something clicks in their brain to stop scrolling. People have a fascination with obesity. Look at TLC, whose most successful show for 12 years has been My 600 Pound Life. Dave even has a song called My 600 Pound Life. Dave has been going viral since he was 15 years old just by posting random pictures of himself to the internet. I'm not saying that's why Dave is successful, but I think that his size is what gets the average person to just stop scrolling. From there, I believe they are shocked and pleasantly surprised to hear his high-pitched singing when they were likely expecting a deep baritone delivery.
Book a flight to LA just to get some neck. Book a flight, now I'm getting head in LAX.
The dichotomy keeps them listening, analyzing the comments, and trying to determine how they actually feel about it, which pushes Dave more into the algorithm because they're sitting there watching his TikTok on loop. For Dave, this is an advantage, but not every artist has a look or image that makes people just stop scrolling within 1 second. Usually you have to work much harder. Luckily, I'm here to give you simple, detailed strategies that could help you blow up your songs on TikTok. In my weekly music marketing newsletter called Tuned In, I write about my $0 music marketing strategy that literally everyone can implement. You don't need any editing knowledge or creativity at all. I lay it out perfectly for you to just straight up steal. And some people are gaining hundreds of thousands of views by using this simple strategy. Just type in tunedin.marketing in your browser or click the link in the description, sign up, and receive weekly tips on how you can get 10 steps ahead of the millions of artists releasing music every day. Now, there are definitely also people who think Dave is just a meme rapper and that this is all just a joke. And maybe they're unfairly not taking him seriously because of his size. Maybe they don't believe he is actually piping down as many girls as he says he is. After all, he does have an entire song about how he will beat up and commit acts of domestic violence against his significant other, and what rapper would just openly admit that? Then again, Dave reassures us that what he says in his raps is not cap.
It is my real life, and it sounds, funny or a joke, but a lot of funny and crazy shit happens to me, and it's my real life that I'm putting in this music, bro. So,
but if you mix in all of the different opinions and the reasons why people may or may not be watching, you get all of his TikToks surpassing 100,000 views, and most of the time they're upwards of 200, 300, or even 500,000. And all of these TikToks are just him rapping his songs. That is an insane level of exposure. Dave raps about specifically 3 topics: drinking lean, making money, and girls who are, most of the time, disloyal hoes. These topics are extremely generic when it comes to modern day trap music, but people still like listening to it. Future has definitely inspired a generation of rappers who borderline fetishize a lean addiction. But do you actually want me to sit here and discuss the morality of rap lyrics? Combine Dave's lean lyrics with the fact that in every single TikTok he posts, he is double cupped up. Now, does he actually have drink in that cup? We don't know. What we do know is that you're never supposed to ask a rapper what's in their cup.
Why in the hell should I stop drinking whatever it is in my cup? I think people need to mind their own business. I don't care if it was heroin in my cup. It's in my cup. You.
But the non-obvious and maybe more subtle reason why Dave is receiving so much support is because of the deep and intricate lore that consistently comes up in his music. There are characters and storylines that his audience learns more about as they listen to his songs. You have Jace, 2-3, Julian, Matthew, Madison, and Abigail. Jace is mentioned in his second EP that was dropped in December of 2023 called Jace and His Undying Quest to Find His Dad, with the first track being called Head from Jace's Girl. Let me clarify that he is not referencing the popular underground rapper Jace. But yes, Dave made a mini album about how this mysterious guy Jace is flat broke, doesn't have a connection with his dad, and his girlfriend is currently having sexual relations with Dave Bluntz. So you must be thinking like, this is some serious beef, right? Well, it turns out that Jace is just some random kid that he met on Fortnite and started talking shit to. Dave Blunt's origin story is that he spent a lot of time roasting people on Fortnite. His first song on Spotify ever is called The Roast God.
Yeah, and his friends is all getting I'm roasting the fuck out of everybody. I mean, you would think that a revolving door is in this lobby. The way people are just coming in and out, and I'm roasting the fuck out of everybody. Bro.
Everybody's getting clowned.
Everybody.
Jace got in his feelings and tried to dox Dave. He was unsuccessful, so Dave made some songs about him and sent those songs to all of Jace's friends.
And so those songs came out, and the people that he worked with were singing those songs around him so much.
Yes, this is where I wanted to get to.
They were singing those songs around him so much every day that he ended up quitting his job.
His next album featured a song called The Unfortunate Incarceration of 2-3, which is basically a story about how this guy was stealing from his job, got caught, went to jail, and Dave started fucking his girl. 2-3 is mentioned a few times in the album, and while we don't know exactly how he is connected to Dave, we can just kind of assume that he's another guy that he met on Fortnite. But the story behind Madison hits a little different. Madison is this girl I've been messing with since I was like 14. We've been on and off throughout the years, but she always gets a new boyfriend and tries to make me jealous. Madison continuously texts Dave and sends her pictures of her with other guys as a way to antagonize him, and he eventually just begged her to stop messing with his head. Dave says, then I'm scrolling on Facebook and I see him and her together, and I'm like, who the fuck is this dude with my bitch? And the new dude she was with was named Julian. I click on his page and I see they're engaged. So when I saw that, I was depressed and hurt for like 3 days. And I kept going back to my page and I'm like, damn, this dude's really marrying my girl. That's crazy. And then I just decided to cook that song up, crying in the kitchen.
Wake up 3 a.m. and I'm thinking about Madison. She tell me she got a new nigga and his name is Julian. Give a fuck about her new nigga. I'm just trying to get my check bigger.
And people love the lore. Like, look at this Instagram caption that reads, if Madison didn't do what she did, I wouldn't be here. With all the comments throwing shade at Madison while praising Dave. Abigail is another woman that often comes up in Dave's songs. Abigail was a girl that I would just have between other girls. I never took her seriously because I knew she was a hoe. We'd usually get into arguments and we'd have each other blocked on social media, but we would always have each other's phone number. One day she had posted prices on her story, like publicly, and it was low amounts of money, like $60. Her explanation for it was, a lot of people want to F me. I know my worth. And I'm like, damn, you know your worth? $60? That's a Best Buy gift card. So now that you know the lore a little bit, this snippet hits a little different.
Steady thinking about Madison, don't know why she won't love me. Stranded in Moline, I'm taking Percocets with Jesse. Don't give a fuck about Abigail, I told that bitch don't text me. Remember I was broke, I ran it up, no I'm not 2-3, yeah.
I also think that these characters having the most basic and regular names just kind of makes it funnier. And because of Dave's efforts, he has been recognized by Lil Yachty, who has publicly co-signed him. And I'm just guessing they have a song in the works. Yachty is kind of known to throw his cosign to the hottest upcoming rappers. Dave will probably have a Lyrical Lemonade video or .com Nirvana video releasing shortly, I'm guessing. His appearance on The Radar helped him gain more mainstream rap exposure, which again is a rite of passage in the modern rapper ascension through the internet grind. I'm sure he's made some fire songs linking up with Internet Money as well, who are responsible for Lil Tecca's most popular songs and are often tapped in with the underground. Ultimately, I think for Dave, it comes down to consistently releasing basically the same songs that his audience has proven to love. Dave floods TikTok and Spotify with his music. This man has dropped 39 songs in the past 8 months. Why? Because you don't really need time to sit and digest his music. There are 2-minute songs that all cover the same topics and themes. Eventually, one of them will become an earworm that gets stuck in people's heads. Like, I've been walking around my house just screaming, "I can't put down the cup!" And that song isn't even out yet. It seems like whatever one has the best beat is gonna be the one that wins. And right now, Talking to the Sun is his biggest song and seems to be the one that people like the most, although the Rage beat feels very dated.
I just bought the X and then another one. I just took a tab, I'm talking to the sun. I just bought the Mino, I can't go to sleep.
I believe that within the next 6 months, Dave is going to put the perfect combination of lean sipping, bitch getting, and money stacking lyrics over a crazy ass beat and have the whole internet talking about how he is a guilty pleasure. Maybe he'll even hit the Billboard charts. Personally, I think Dave Bluntz is really fun to listen to. I think he actually has a very impressive vocal range, and although it's simple and repetitive, it's just fun. He seems like somebody totally worth supporting, so he's got my love. I'm looking forward to seeing his success.